Yeah, once again, Terrible Ted and I are revisiting Mom's truck. This time, passenger side. Getting a rattling every time the door opens up. So once again, I took the door apart, pulled back the plastic. Look at this. Oops. Well, trust me, it's loose. It's hard for you to see, but yeah, this is wicked loose. That's not even connected in. So apparently they don't use Loctite or anything like that. So I'm gonna use some Loctite on there. I gotta check the front one though, and make sure the front one is not broken like the front one was on the other side. So I'm gonna see if I can pull back the plastic, and I'll see how bad that end looks. All right, so the front one does not look loose, and the piece is not cracked. So I'll still take this one out, and I'm gonna Loctite this, just in case. But it looks like this is the only one that's the problem child on in this particular case. But it's really loose. I mean, it just basically backed its way all the way out. So once again, I try not to cut or rip any of the plastic. I've seen a lot of people showing that they just slice this stuff, and I mean that's your vapor barrier. Once you damage that, you're going to be in some trouble. So in order to lift up the plastic on this one, I undid the speaker line, because the speaker line keeps the plastic from coming up. But it's still better than, you know, enlarging the hole or doing anything else that you're going to regret later. This side, I was able to disconnect the switches really easily. I don't know why the driver's side didn't come apart that easy. Because the driver's side, I could not get the connectors to come apart. That I don't quite understand. Ted doesn't understand it either. You don't even care, do you, man? He also would not come out of the car. So in case you think I'm trying to boil my dog alive, he refused to leave. And then when I go over to that side, he comes over here. That's just how Terrible Ted rolls. All right, so I'm gonna get my Loctite and my 10mm. I'm gonna get cracking on this.
What is going on?
So Mary tried to help me. She opened up the door. He saw that I was over here, so he jumped in between the seats and he climbed up into the back seat.
You can stay there.
All right, dude. If you want to stay there, that's your prerogative.
I'm gonna make coffee.
Boil your little Yorkie brain.
I'll make coffee. How's it?
All right. So I'm going to use this. I don't need a full-on ratchet for this.
Oh, you're checking my thing?
Not checking it. It is totally loose.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's not good.
I'll be right
I have no idea why they don't use any Loctite on these, but we're going to remedy that. I'm going to use Thread Locker Blue because it's removable and because I had it on the shelf. Could use Loctite Red or super glue or nail polish, probably even grape juice. I don't know, but it definitely would be better than, of course, the nothing at all that Toyota used. So I assume that I'm going to end up with the same problem with these back windows eventually here, but I'm way too lazy to take them all apart today. We're just going to deal with this one and call it a day. But yeah, every time that it would get more and more wiggly, and what ends up happening is that piece eventually is just gonna fall off like the one on the driver's side did, and it's gonna break that plastic tab off, and we're gonna have to get a new window. I'd prefer not to do that. And I was also sure to apply some blue Loctite to the WeatherTech floor mats because, yeah. All right, so we got that there. Good and tight, and that should be it. All right, I had to power the truck back up and then stick the power window thing back on for a second because I needed to get this lined up with the hole, because I don't need to drop that down inside the door, because that could suck. All right, so I'm going to show you a trick that'll save you some trouble so that this doesn't fall off and go inside the door. Just going to put some electrical tape around the outside of this. Put some Loctite on it. I'm doing it on the tailgate now on my RTV because I really don't care and I'm spilling it all over the place. Whereas I really would prefer not to get this stuff all over the interior of the truck. Alright, sufficiently covered in blue, so let's stick it in the door. Alrighty, and here we go. Alright, and then once you've got it tight, it should just good. Pulled right off the tape. Alright, and get my plastic all right up back on there again. Trying to trace it right back to the original lines where all this stuff was at. So that way I can keep that door sealed nice and tight. Yep, that one's got to move down. Stuff out of the way. I'll let this down. You get the idea. I'm going to finish this off, and then we'll put the side panel on. Alrighty. I'm going to take and put this window all the way down because it's just easier to get the door panel in. And you want to make sure to get your speaker plug back in, because that'll be a real pain later if you don't put it in. Take this. Track here. Make sure it's down. My holes are lined up. And then start smacking it. Okay, I'm going to take my little pop rivet thing here, and I push that out backwards. And if you come around to here, see the hole there? And just put that in the hole. Push that even. And then my next piece is this little fella. Get that lined up in there. Okay, that's in. A great big screw. Oh, I gotta make sure I get my wires fished out of here first. So I don't want to tighten this thing down and have a problem. All right, so the big screw goes in this hole here. You can film that one from the top even, I think. Actually, come down here. See if you can see it from the side here. Gets tightened up. Little plastic piece in there. And then my other screw. And do the one up top here. That shut, and I grab this, make sure that clips in, make sure the ones for the door locks clips in, get it lined up in here. That's it. All right, now I'm going to turn on my ignition. And that's all she wrote.
Beautiful.
Job well done.